Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Ritual Flow. For today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at a situation that's been coming through. We're going to look at more of the details about what's going on. This is a situation where there are three main people working together towards some sort of nefarious end. I'm also getting that it's not just these three people that are involved. There are actually like many other players with like lesser roles in this situation, but that there are three main people that have been the main participants in this. And one of those is like the mastermind behind this plan. So we're going to take a deeper look at who these three people are and what roles that they're playing in this situation, and just, generally whatever you need to know about them to help identify them in your waking life and guide you to navigate appropriately. I'm also going to look at your energy in this situation as well, sort of like how they see you, like from their perspective. Like, because from your perspective, you might know your actual role better than they do. I'm getting that some other stuff may come up about that you're not aware of yet. So, first of all, I'm going to get some archetype cards to represent each individual that we're taking a look at right now. And, I will preface this by saying, if this doesn't sound like a situation that you're dealing with, this is just not your reading. If there are certain aspects of it that don't fit your situation, those may be for someone else going through a similar situation. So disregard anything that doesn't immediately feel like relevant to you, that you don't immediately pick up a charge from, or that if your ears don't perk up or something sounds off, it's not for you. Okay, so the first energy we're going to take a look at is the person who is like masterminding this whole thing. The person who originally got the other two involved in this scheme, and then further like pulled other individuals into it in like small ways to help them get it whatever done that they're trying to do here. So let's take a look at the mastermind. Who is the mastermind behind this plot? Okay. All right. So this is part of that message. Okay, I got too good of an answer to this question, kind of. There's like a double layer here. First and foremost, that God is ultimately the mastermind behind this, but I'm not getting that like God is trying to punish you by like putting you in this situation where these people are like targeting you in some way. It's like God put these people in a position to decide what they were going to do with their free will, and they chose to do wrong. And it's part of God's plan for that wrong that they're doing toward you to ultimately be in your benefit. Now, that being said, this physical person who came up with this idea and drew other people in and acted on it, this is someone who sees themselves as God. And, that's not to say, we all have a little piece of God in us, but that's not how this person sees things. They see themselves as as this energy of being able to outsmart God in some way. It's like they think that they can circumvent the natural order of things. This is someone who is drunk on their own delusions of power. This is definitely someone that is a narcissist, and more likely someone who would be clinically termed a psychopath. So, and honestly, that makes sense for this sort of energy of this situation that's coming through, that only someone who is completely off of their rocker would be attempting to do this elaborate scheme. So I'm also picking up one of the other people as coming through as a child of nature. I'm getting this could literally be this person's child that they have gotten involved in this. And I am picking up that this is someone's adult child, not necessarily that they're somehow using a minor as a major player in this. That's not what's going on. This is someone who is capable of making their own choices and taking real adult actions in this scenario. They have the agency of an adult, but because this person is so much younger than the parent figure, this person has been easily manipulated by this person. So it's like this deeply cruel and tyrannical. Tyrannical is the word for it. This tyrannical energy is in the business of using people's innocent nature. It's like this naivete. That's something that they recognize and they use to their advantage. And it's and this person isn't above using their own child as an instrument to do evil. And I'm getting, for some, this may not be their legitimate biological child. For some it is. For others though, it's this is someone significantly younger than them. Could be a romantic partner of theirs, but like an age gap in between of some amount. And that difference in age is this person views them more in a childlike way than they view themselves. Okay. And one more person. There's this Avenger energy. This person has some like philosophical, like political, like ideologies that are a little more on the extreme side. It's like this person sees themselves as as like having the ability to balance the scales of justice and like and doing the right thing, but it's like something about their idea of doing the right thing is skewed. So it's like they agreed to sign up for this situation. Like, their commitment to a cause was what opened them up to manipulation from this person. But this person is like totally like all about helping out because it's like for a cause that they care about. Now, let's take a look at how these people are viewing you. That's interesting. The card that came out is Companion. The light attributes specifically here are loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. It's like those were the attributes of you that they wanted to take advantage of. It's like because they knew you're such a loyal person that you act in a selfless way, perhaps even like sometimes bordering on like a people-pleasing way. Like that's giving this energy to this could be an energy with heavy Libra in their chart. There's something about like these people would thought that you would just like give and give and give because it's your nature. And that they could attempt to mirror those same attributes back to you so that it feels like a match, because like one of these people has like approached you, what's the word? Come into contact with you, like come into your life as like a romantic partner or sexual interest or something along those lines, with the intent of masquerading in a reflection of your energy and using that misuse of confidence created by that reflection to ultimately betray you. I'm getting a message with this loss of personal identity. It's like this part of this scheme like hinged on the idea of you losing yourself in the person that you're like in direct contact with, because you may or may not have direct contact with the other people here. Like this one of these people in particular is the one who's handling you, the one who is reflecting back to you your good attributes for the purpose of misusing your energy. And this is like an energy of destiny swapping. It's like they want you to lose yourself in them so that they can then transplant all of the undesirable things that exist in them into you. It's like they want to like absorb you, to make you this blank slate that they can control, first of all, but also it's like they want to switch lives in some way. It's like this person has messed up their life to the point where like they're trying to throw it away and get a new one, yours. I'm also getting like with the control. I heard the phrase MK Ultra. This person may be using the same sort of techniques and processes used in those types of programs to try to do this to you. Okay. We're going to get a little more information from the Kipper deck about each of these energies. We'll start with God first. Yeah. God is in bad health. That's why they want to change lives with you. Like they're experiencing the negative, like the negative effects of their actions and how they have conducted their life is manifesting in the physical with bad health for them. And it's like this person sees the only way to like recover from work, because I'm like here, I'm terminal. There could also be something about an airport, like flying somewhere, or like something taking place outside of the country. Possibly a medical procedure, but it's like it doesn't matter what medical procedures they do. That's just sort of like dragging things along, that like ultimately whatever's going on with this person, it's going to be their demise. And it's like they're trying to take the light from you in order to stay alive. Let's get a little more information about the nature child. I'm also getting like there's a mixture of energies here. This like I'm getting like 2 males, 1 female. And you know that could be not how they present in like physical life. It could be just their like predominant nature. Okay. Yeah, and I was feeling like this nature child was a feminine energy, and that's interesting. The main female card came out along with sudden wealth. 777. But I'm getting, I'm getting this strong, like, impression that, like, while this says, like, main female, and I'm getting this, like, highly feminine energy, that this might actually be, like, if you line these people up in a row, that it might actually be 3 men. It's just that, like, one of these men is heavily in their feminine energy in some way. I'm also getting that, like, that can be part of, like, what's somewhat confusing here, or, like, muddling things for you, is that one of these people could actually be female as well, but they're operating more out of their masculine energy. So it's still, like, 2 males and a female, but, like, 2 of them are potentially, like, flip-flopped. Okay, what about the Avenger? Yeah, and there's some sort of financial gain that this person seeks to receive from this scenario. It's like this person is trying to, like, receive life. This person is trying to receive money. This person, the Avenger, it's like I was getting this feeling when I said that one of these people is like the handler, the one who reaches out to you for, like, a romantic connection in some way. And the card of courtship came out here. And as well as courthouse. So, depending on the situation, like, you could have even went so far as to become married to this person under the guise of their deceit. But I'm also getting something else from this, like, whether you married this person or not, this is the person who is going to be the one who's getting everyone caught up. It's like they already have some sort of legal issue going on, but, like, they're about to have more. Let's look at, let's get a card for you. They're seeing you as a false person. That's what it is. All of this, like loyalty and selflessness that you exude outwardly, these people think that's not real. It's almost like these people think that you're a scammer like them, and that's just not true. Like, you are actually genuine in your unselfishness and your loyalty. But I'm also getting that your loyalty is primarily to God. So, and toward other people who are honoring God's will. Family room is at the bottom. These people could be connected through the relationship of family. You could also be in their family potentially in some way, or in some way you view one or more of these people as family, or have at some point in time. But there's definitely a familial aspect here. Let's get a little more background on these people and their roles. Back to God. Okay. We had 3 cards come out for God. There's the Painter, Productivity, and Creation. The Guide, Inheritance, Correction. And the Gambler, Loss and Risks. Okay, so it's like this person in all of their delusion, like they see themselves as the creator, as a creator. And maybe on the surface, they look like they have created a lot of things, that they have this like amazing looking life, like they've really done well for themselves, but it's like that's the picture that they've painted. But in actuality, it's like everything that they've painted, everything that they've built has been off of the backs of other people. And that's why they're receiving this karma. This person, there's something to do with an inheritance. Like, I don't know if this is an inheritance that like you were owed that you're not aware of. And it's like there was potentially some scheming behind the scenes, like a correction made to someone's will to where it looked like you were being left out, but like you weren't. They were really just like taking the money because that's what someone would do who is like building all of their success off of the backs of other people and their work. Or if this person didn't, I'm also getting that like this, it was like this person's idea, but this isn't necessarily the person who did the work to do that. Like, they didn't actually go and make the corrections themselves. They may have helped in some way, but they were mostly the guide. Like, they were coaching one of these other people on how to do this, and the other person actually did the dirty work. This energy of the gambler out here, it's like this whole thing is a big gamble. Like, taking from other people for your own gain in itself is is a gamble, because you will have to pay that back at some point in time. But it's a gamble of whether it's going to be this life for you or not, whether it's going to be next week or, on your deathbed. So this is the sort of risks that this person decided to take and encourage other people to take with them. But I'm also getting that at this point, the sort of state of health that this person is in is almost like they felt they had nothing else left to lose, because they know that they're going to pass away. Like, this is like their last chance effort to try to stop that, basically. And And they were really selfish and self-absorbed in that, and manipulating the other people to try to get this done for their ultimate benefit, and like swaying people with money and other things. The inheritance could be purely spiritual for some, but it's important nonetheless. I'm hearing like petitioning to the record keepers, that someone may have I'm going to say illegally accessed your Akashic records. Because there's a lot of protection around that. That this person did some sort of dark ritual to be able to see into you in ways that they shouldn't be able to. But I'm also getting that part of why they felt confident to go into this is because those protections are in place around your Akashic records. What they were shown was only a small portion. They weren't shown everything that they would need to see to make a good decision about targeting you. Okay. But yeah, this person was super willing to take the risk because they felt like they don't have anything left to lose. But these other people, that risk is being passed on to the others involved. Let's look at the nature child. I'm getting this, if there was an actual inheritance and they did some, sneaky things to, I don't know, manipulate the court system and stuff, that this person here, the nature child, was the one who, stood in your place, who pretended to be you in order to get access to this inheritance, whatever form it takes. And that at first glance, this person has appeared to be successful to get away with this, basically. But the truth of what has occurred will be revealed. Everything done in the darkness will be brought into the light. And this person got a false impression that they had exceeded. But it's something about remember how I said at the beginning that God was ultimately the one who orchestrated all of this? It's that's the reason God let them get this far. So that they could think that they had achieved something, think that they were getting away with something, think that they were going to receive the abundance that they appeared to have attained. But ultimately, that role that they played is going to be their downfall. Because like whatever occurred was not legal, whether that's in the physical or in the spiritual. Like someone was attempting to do something and appear to have got away with it that was like really, really morally wrong. That like whoever this energy is, like if there's actual money involved in this, whether you know, it's like I don't feel like this person really needed the money because their life looks a lot better than it actually is. It's like it's their spiritual health that's suffering, not their like physical experience. But wait. Basically, if there's physical money involved or, you know, digital, whatever, this is the person that's going to be caught with the money that doesn't belong to them or other assets, whatever, that doesn't belong to them. Even if it's just like cloaking in someone's energy that doesn't belong to them. Like God doesn't like that. You're supposed to be yourself and no one else. Let's look at the Avenger. The Botanist. Parenthood. Legacy. Yeah. It's like something about this, the person who's been romantically involved with you, they are a parent. Whether they're the parent of an adult child or like whichever way you want to like shuffle it around, they are a parent to someone, even if their child is not involved in this. Even if that's like a different relationship. But like this person, like aside from their like political and philosophical ideologies, they were concerned about being able to like leave a legacy. And I'm getting that that's twofold. It's also like, it's like so that their offspring could have some of this like money, but also it's about the like social or like socio-political impact that they would make through their actions. It's like, because you are a light worker with a mission, and something about the way they see justice and righteousness is the opposite of the way that God sees it. So it's like you are a champion for God and this person is like a champion for the devil, basically. I'm getting like that this whole group of people can like dabble in dark magic in various like ways, shapes, or forms. But it's like this person kind of wanted to like leave a dark legacy, like leave their mark on the world, and something about participating in this because of how it was supposed to destroy you was like a big part of their legacy. So let's take a look at a card for you here on this. Okay, so while I was shuffling, I kept hearing the air, which is another card in this deck. So it's like I'm getting that these people, because they're viewing you as a false person who's like not presenting themselves correctly. It's like they're viewing you as someone who's like puppeting things around and being the manipulator here, when really it's like logically they know that they've all ganged up on you. So like there's a lot of delusion going on here. Yeah, I'm getting that's completely false. Like, you're not puppeting anything. You're letting God handle that. You know how to surrender your will to God and know when to step back and let God take charge. And something about how they view that is like they think you're manipulating the situation. But really, you're just like letting God do God's thing. and like listening to the messages that you receive about this, listening to the like warnings, and it's like you see all of the holes in any explanations or apologies that like come from this side of things, and you're just witnessing that basically for God. But you're not attempting to control anything outside of you. The most you've done is take like steps to protect yourself. But I'm getting like, because I was hearing the air, they're like, that's who you really are. They're not seeing you as that, even though you are. Like, you're the heir to this inheritance. You are like, it's your creativity, it's your wealth, it's your energy that they're after. It's your legacy that they're after, to try to like invert it and take it for their darkness. But that's exactly why they don't see you as the heir. It's like they see you as unworthy or like the wrong choice, the wrong person to like receive this. And that's like why they're have tried to take matters into their own hands, to like use all of this to their advantage. It's like they feel like they're more deserving, more like they would make better use of this power, this energy, this money, whatever, these assets, whatever they may be. But that's just not true, because they want to do like very selfish things with it. And you have this unselfishness in you that like you're going to use your inheritance to better the world. But they don't believe you. Let's see what this has to say. I'm getting mixed messages on like how I should lay these cards out. So I might do a little bit of both. I'll take one for each first. The rise of the sapling. Promise in every leaf, the future growing quietly from the soil. Yeah, it's like this God energy, or like false God energy. They see this as like their chance for a new beginning, like their chance to like start over and have a new experience of things. Now, that's not to say that they would do anything differently with their extended life or their like next time around, their like new lease on life. Like, no, absolutely not. Like, this person wants a new lease on life in order to continue feeling like they're above everything. It's almost like this person needs to destroy you to uplift themselves so that they can continue to believe in their own delusions. Because without being able to make this switch, like everything that they've believed about themselves and what they've created for their life is going to fall apart. Hearing narcissistic collapse. Let's look at nature child. Okay, 2 came out for this. The mountain lion and the briar nest. That's interesting that these 2 came out together. The mountain lion says power does not beg. It watches, waits, and knows. And that's what I'm getting. Like, you have the real power in this situation. You are more powerful than these 3 people put together in like a spiritual sense. At like the deepest level, you hold and wield more power than them. They don't see that because you're watching, waiting, and knowing without like reaching out and pushing things. And I'm getting that like this person was primarily concerned about the money. Like, this shadow attribute here says tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. Like, this person here just wants to be important and wealthy. Like, they don't care where it comes from. Like, they just want to be known and seen. Like, they want to be in the spotlight. And it's like this person wants to be rich and famous, basically. And it's like this carrot was dangled in front of them, and they saw this as an opportunity to make that happen. But this is like a trap of their own making, because their desires is like, because they want so desperately to have this like fame and wealth, that they don't realize that they're giving away all of their power and giving away everything else in their life in order to try to achieve that. The Briarness says, not all cages have bars. Some are soft, familiar, and woven from your own longing. Like, this person longs to feel like I'm hearing the talk of the town. Like, I don't really ever say that phrase. So that's interesting. Somebody else does, though. Like, one of these people would say that, whether it's this one or not. I'm also hearing that like one of these people said that you would be the talk of the town, like in a negative light, because of like the things that they were going to do to you. I'm like getting, there was some sort of like smear campaign associated with the attainment of your inheritance, whatever it is. There's like, there was some work done to like try to convince other people to feel and think the same way that they do, that like, you don't deserve this, that like, why would you receive that? But it's like this person's energy has like a sense of desperation to it to have this fame and wealth. And it's like, that's where their downfall comes in. Like they put themselves into a trap by making that their focus instead of like focusing on something, I don't know, less greedy. Let's look at the Avenger. Root of remembrance. What lies beneath the surface is not gone. It waits for you to remember. Okay, there's a few things. This may have been the person who was accessing your Akashic records. But it's like, one thing that they don't see is that they would have gotten better information if they had tried to access their own memories of previous lives where like they had encountered your energy before, but like they didn't do that. Like they didn't remember, but like the root is still there. Like this person still has like still has an opportunity to remember. Now, that might not do them any good at this point. In fact, I think it won't, but never say never. So I'm getting something about the tree of life. Something about a tattoo, and something about like root work. Like this person, because this is like the romantic sort of handler energy of these three. That like this person was trying to do some sort of root work on you to like destabilize you. I'm also getting with like these roots are like so much deeper and like larger than this tree is, that like this person isn't stable themselves. It's like they're trying to destabilize you by like messing with your root chakra. But they don't realize how messed up like the energy in theirs is. This person is really, really insecure. I also just had a weird message come through that if, I don't know, like if something about these two people, I don't know, like this person feels older, but like something about these two people, like they could actually, if they're not like parent and child, like actually, and there's like a relationship with an age gap that like, I told you that they're like, you might have married this romantic partner interest, but if you didn't, or perhaps even if you did, that like something's going on here with like like a polygamist heir, where like I'm just getting that like these two people could be married, and it might be a secret in some way. Or if it's not like an actual marriage, it's like a like not like a legal marriage, it's something spiritually equivalent to that. Let's get one for you. Okay, I'm getting, like, this card shot out here, so I'm told to get that, and then another one fell out. So, let's see what happens. We got the Pact Maker. Not all who go into the dark are lost. Some go to make a deal. And War Paint. What you mark becomes sacred. What you face becomes known. That energy of like your power being, like the power being with you, like you've been waiting, watching, knowing, like you haven't been false, like you've just been yourself, and they've been misinterpreting that. Like I'm getting that like you can often be very misunderstood or misjudged. So it's like I'm also getting this person may have like thought that you were equally as naive, that maybe because it's like it's like a honeypot situation, like they're trying to entice you with this relationship. Like it's like this person thought you were unaware or like stupid enough, like childish enough to like fall for it. But it's like this weird combination. It's like you've shown this person loyalty, but the higher loyalty was to God. It's just like that you don't present false energy, even if people don't understand how it could be true. That's a big thing, because I'm getting that sometimes the way you conduct yourself, it seems a little paradoxical, but it's like God knows the truth of your authenticity. It's like God knows that in your actions, you are being authentically yourself toward these other people, and that you are being like authentically obedient to God's will. So it's like you weren't as first of all, you're not a bad person like they make you out to be. And you're also not so unaware as they would like to think that you are. It's like they expected you to be, just completely blindsided and overtaken by this situation that they created surrounding you. But I'm getting that like you knew vaguely what this was going to be like before you stepped into it. That like God warned you, that like they made a deal amongst themselves to do this to you, but you made a deal with God to help their karma come about for trying to do things like this to other people. So you made this deal with God and you accepted this mission to step into this situation. Because it's like you had a choice in the beginning. And you chose to walk straight into the darkness. And they were expecting you to have wandered in there because you were lost. They expected you to, as such, stay lost in that darkness. But you were never lost at all. You knew exactly that that was a pit of darkness that you were walking into. And you knew also that you had the light of God surrounding you the whole time. And that you would come out of things okay as long as you trusted God. Like you accepted this mission to do God's work. It's like it's almost like there's this energy that you came to make war. You could also, there could be some like strong Aries energy, Aries placements in your chart. When they expected you, it's like, I'm hearing like that phrase, like a babe lost in the woods. That's kind of how they thought you were walking into this. And then it's like when they got to know you and got to see your intelligence a little bit more, that's when they thought like, they started thinking that you were trying to do like a full-on counterattack or something, that like you were as dark and like evilly minded and unscrupulous as they are. And that's not the case. It's like you were never going to war against these people for your own benefit, like they were going to war against you for theirs, for their gain. You were going to war for God against darkness generally. It's just that you were in proximity to these people, like the opportunity was there because they were seeking you out as a target, and God asked you to handle them, and that's what you're doing. In a manner of speaking, not in the way that they would like expect you to handle them, like by matching their dark energy, like they attempted to portray a match of your light energy. What you mark becomes sacred. It's like I'm getting this impression that like they tried to like instill darkness within you, but like, instead of that happening, really and truly, what actually happened was you like touching them with light And it was almost like you shining a light to see the truth in what they were doing. That, like, this, I don't know, this is like hard to describe. It's like you have this anointing, and it's because you listen to and obey God, and you do what is right and just and is true in the spirit of love. And it's like these people, like their concept of love is definitely skewed. And I feel like at least two, if not all three of these people don't really have like a typical like feeling experience of love. Like, love is more like a transactional sort of like orchestrated or contrived experience for them. Like, when they think that they love someone, it's actually someone that is leaving that space open for them to use them. And they interpret that as love. But something about your presence and your interaction and completely being the opposite of what they expected, like, brought a touch of light to them. I'm getting like, especially this person who has been like handling you. It's like they almost have this taste of what love really is, because you came in as yourself authentically, and that's what you're made out of. But it's like I'm getting like, that's the root of remembrance. Like, I didn't even see that there. It's like that is what gives this person like a chance to remember. I don't know that any of these people's like lives as they know them can be saved in the physical, but there is a suggestion that at least this person may be able to like sort of make a last ditch effort to save their soul in some way, to have like a deep soul transformation because of the interaction that they've had with you. Now, it's it's still kind of up to them what they choose to do and what they choose to believe in or listen to in their experience. But you're at least giving this person the opportunity to save their own soul after everything that they've done. It's like, but are they willing to take it? Or are they going to be bitter about all of the losses they're experiencing in the physical and neglect to do what's right, to like do something more beneficial for the non-physical parts of themselves? And it's like all of these people, like they tried to keep you in the dark. They tried to do all of this operating in the dark. But like, what you mark becomes sacred. What you face becomes known. It's like they brought you something to face. It's going to become known. Everything done in the dark comes into the light. And they had no idea that you could see in the dark, that you could see straight through everything that they were doing. But that will become known too. And it's like, it might be something about that experience that, like when this person finds that out, that like you knew what they were up to the whole time, that they were like entertaining you. That's really going to be where that opportunity comes in for them to save their soul. Like if they're going to feel guilt and remorse and repent for what they have done. Because, like, I mean, they're probably going to prison, but maybe their soul doesn't have to, but that's up to them. And it's like I'm getting with like your authenticity. It's like you were forthcoming. It's like you kind of like told this person that you could see through the darkness. But it's like something about their delusions, their cockiness. It's like they could just kind of brush that off. I'm getting, there's a lot of things that you like honestly revealed to this person about like your position in this and like what they were going to be facing if they went through with this, since you saw it ahead of time. Like, I'm getting that like you were giving them good advice along the way, like the whole time that they were fucking you over. But they weren't listening. They didn't hear you. Or if they did hear you, they didn't hear you in the way that they needed to. They heard something else based on their own like delusional, like mental framework. So, let's see if there's anything else we need to know about any of the background of these people or this situation. Because it's like you've known what's up. Like even if you haven't known every single detail, it's like you knew the gist of like what's going on here. And you've prepared yourself for that. They thought they were going to get something over on you, and it's just not going to work out. Yeah, I'm getting there's something energetic there, and there's also something physical there. It's like there's some, it's like these people wanted your power, but it's like something in the physical that they took from you is a representation of that. And it may even be that they're like making it look like it's all about that thing in the physical, but really it's about like the bigger picture. like there's some sort of negotiations that went down. Like, yeah, there's definitely multiple priorities here. They've tried to be like adaptable to the situation, but I don't know, it's almost like they were like working under the guise of like bringing balance, but they really created an imbalance that you are here to correct. I'm getting, with the Six of Swords, this someone is transitioning. Like, normally this normally this card is like going the opposite way from what it shows in this picture. But it's like they think they're transitioning to a better place for them all collectively. But something else has been guiding their boat. You could be seeing a lot of crows. Just as you're outside going about your life. And also if you're ever like around these people or like at their houses or something, that you might see crows there or hear them. And it's like these people may think they want, like, you know, they have like different goals in this scenario to some degree, but the goals are also shared. It's like they're all tied to the same place, you know, the instigator, the orchestrator. And they're all ultimately going to the same place. I'm hearing beached, like a beached whale is exposed, like laying there on the beach. Like it's gonna die of exposure being out of the water. Yeah, I'm also getting another like confirmation about they thought this boat was going to take them somewhere else. Like these crows were the ones driving it to start, but then like unexpectedly, like they flew off and these other crows came in and started like pulling their boat a different way. I'm getting that in that case, like the crows may be some sort of law enforcement entity or agency, like the court system, like having a suspicion about something that happened. Something that happened where they were like presenting falsely to get something of yours. That's interesting. So, okay. Something is going to change very quickly for this person. Actually, I'm getting like a whole lot of things are going to change very quickly for this person. Like, you could be cutting off contact with this handler because, you're listening to God and you've been advised that it's time. You could be, or hold on. There could be something happening like swiftly for this person in the courts, or like there's definitely some sort of communication happening here. Like, this person is the one that's going to be receiving communication about, I don't know, like something going on with a court situation that's relevant to this scenario. And something about that is going to scare them. I mean, since this is the person that you deal with primarily, it seems, and that like those other people seem to be not necessarily hidden, but maybe kind of. It's like those people aren't in your like day to day. Like, this is the person who's playing in your face all the time, like handling you or attempting to, but they don't understand that you can't really be handled. That like anything that they did to you in this scenario where they thought that they were manipulating you, they thought that they were puppeting you, that it wasn't necessarily their manipulation tactics that was bringing about that conclusion. That was just how they interpreted it. That you were acting from a different place. But they couldn't see that. So it's like they may have thought that they were manipulating you and like it was working, but that was part of God's sort of methodology to encourage you to do things that were genuine for you in the moment, but would have made it look like this person was getting away with manipulating you. This person is getting some sort of communication that something is wrong with their plan. And if this person is going to choose that option to do what's necessary to save their soul, this will be the person who confesses to you what they've done. But like, again, like that's a choice they're going to have to make to communicate that to you, because remember, like, they've been playing in your face, withholding this communication this whole time. They're going to have to come forward and admit that they were lying about everything in order to do that. Whether they will choose to do that or not is up in the air. Also up in the air, like the terminal earlier, I'm getting that the other option, like the positive spiritual option for this person is to confess their crimes and to accept whatever consequences come along with that. The other option for them is to continue trying every last-ditch effort to get away with this and pretend like there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. So if that person chooses that, I'm getting that like this person might be a flight risk. Like this person might try to fly out of the country to escape the consequences. But like that, if they try to do that, like that person's going to be cornered. Like they will be apprehended and arrested at the airport. Like at the literal airport. Like they're not going to make it through the security checks and stuff if that's what they try to do. It's like the only option is to do what's right or hurt themselves more and more trying to avoid it. You're getting justice for everything that was done to you. Things are coming back into balance where these people created an imbalance. And like, you're the one wielding the sword. Like, you're bringing your own justice through your actions, your awareness, your collaboration with God. I'm getting it, like, that's part of what these people didn't see. Like these people have a lot of imbalances in their energy. Like they're not well integrated. They tend to be either more heavily in their feminine or masculine energy and like neglect the other. And that's why them putting all of this like darkness toward you and wrongdoing toward you like didn't work out so good. Because if you had been as imbalanced as they were, it probably would have. But you, and like again, like Libra placements, like you have a more balanced energy, like between the masculine and feminine parts of yourself. You have like spent time and energy and effort like noticing and like accepting the more shadowy parts of yourself. And rather than giving them more power or pretending like they don't exist, you do the work to accept them and integrate them and transform them into something else for yourself. That's part of why you're so powerful, because that's what God wants everyone to be doing, is to find integration and like wholeness within themselves of like all of the parts that God gave us. Okay. I'm going to pull some of these to see if there's any other just like details that need to come out. Summer, either the season or the name could be relevant. But like like definitely the season, like something happened during one of the summer months. Like, I don't know, there's like a date that like in one of the summer months, June, July, August, that they did something as part of this plan that's significant. These people are definitely acting and operating out of their south node as opposed to growing and like learning something, exploring something new, some new energy. The secrets they've been keeping will soon be exposed, like that whale on the beach. Like, you're not going to miss the big whale that's laying on the beach instead of the ocean. Okay, there's a few things here. This, like, looking for the snitch, it's like someone is playing both sides in this situation. And that would be this person. The one who has the potential to maybe come clean about what they've done. But you're gonna know all the details whether they tell you or not. But it's like, because they're getting this sort of notice that like something isn't going according to plan, it's like they're assuming it's because someone has said something that they weren't supposed to, that like someone has told. And to some degree, like, there might be one that might be true somewhere in the scenario, because like I said, like, these are the three main players, but they have involved other people, perhaps against their knowledge. So if they didn't like cover their tracks good enough, it's possible that like one of these other people might have like tipped something off, that if they were like doing something suspicious, or like getting their help with doing something suspicious. But the primary thing is like someone thinks that they've already told you what's going on, and that's not true. They've told you as little as they possibly could. But I'm getting that they're kind of like arguing with like amongst themselves about like trying to find like where information may have leaked out. But like what they don't understand is like how intuitive that you are. Like, you didn't need them to tell you what they were doing for you to find out. They've been trying to attack your crown chakra to stop you from knowing, but it's not been doing what they wanted it to do. It's basically either not been affecting you or only affecting you in very like minor ways, like more of like an inconvenience than a incapacitation. There's this message here about ill intentions toward a child. I'm getting that this could be just like the ill intentions toward you, a child of God. But I'm also, for some, there's something else going on here that, like, if you have a child, they were targeting you and your child collectively, like both. And like possibly for it could just be about the energy and everything. But like in some cases for like someone here, there's like more than that there's someone in the energy or like connected to them in some way, like one of these people or someone else that they've connected to and been working with to get this done, like hurts children. Someone got involved in this and they know they shouldn't have. Yeah, I mean, this person that they... No, this is... this person could be finding out and coming to terms with the fact that they know that they shouldn't have, like, went through with this. But I'm getting that it's one of the like satellite people that like is kind of realizing how wrong of a thing this was for them to participate in. Earth sign energy is relevant somewhere, even if it's just like I don't know, like this like greed, I don't know, it's like something about like the material focus here about like what these people could gain from this situation. They've also been trying to attack your heart. But it's like your heart's filled with love no matter what. And that's something they can't understand because theirs isn't. So it's like whatever... like the person that's been closest to you here, they've had some sort of like small rejuvenation in their heart energy. It's because of that what you mark becomes sacred. It's like you put a mark on this person, like through your kindness, through your selflessness, like in the face of their deceit. And it's like, that's like touched their heart in some way. That's why this person has a chance to save their soul. Because like that's what's that's what's really at stake here. You know, like physical lives are ephemeral. Like the health of your soul is not something to gamble with. Like these people have been spiritually abusing you. Like the one that you've been connected to has been taking like energy from you and giving it to these people. And I'm also getting like that it's like they take like darkness from those and like try to put it on you. It's like they wanted you to transmute their karma for them. And like, this is something that you know you're not supposed to do. Like, you already learned about that. That's like you had that lesson with God already, that that's the wrong way to go about things, that instead you teach people how to transmute for themselves. I'm getting that that's part of like the multiple priorities that these people had for your downfall, your demise, is that if you're gone, you can't make your mark on the world. You can't touch the hearts of other people. I'm getting like these people have been sleeping with one another in some capacity, like potentially even if they're family and not just like a group that feels like family. Like it's some weird sort of like demonic, incestuous, like ritual energy. I'm getting that like these people are part of some sort of like organization that, or maybe not the organization, maybe just like a faction within an organization that is like into doing these sort of like rituals, like sex magic and things. Yeah, spending your money and energy elsewhere. What did I say? Like taking your energy back to these other people, since that's the only one that you're directly in contact with. But also like this is about greed. It's also some sort of money that was taken from you in some fashion that is, like someone else is using it as their own. And, from a physical standpoint, like you don't see that money, but it's there. And you might even know where it came from, even though they've tried to hide it. Because again, and it's like once they find that out, they're going to go looking for the snitch again. But it's like God's the snitch. Like God told on you. God saw everything you did and told on you. How are you going to avoid that? Yeah, like someone has been abusing their position and authority. Someone may have been in a governmental position or like law enforcement position or something, and like using that to their advantage to like manipulate things, to like take these things. Someone has a serpent's tongue. I'm getting, well, they may all, but this is the serpent's tongue that you've been listening to. The one who's playing in your face. And like they've been warned. They've been warned to not do this, to stop doing this, to backtrack, to like correct this like as best they can. And they're ignoring those warnings. Like they're still trying to get rid of you. Like don't let anything that they say or do fool you into thinking that's not happening. It's like the plan is still on. They have, even in the face of like this incoming communication about like, hey, like this seems a little suspicious. Like we need to revisit this. What's going on here? Like the courts are concerned. And they're still going through with it because like the sense of self-assuredness that these people feel like from their ego is like egging them on, because I'm getting that like this scenario they've kind of done things in a similar vein before. Like they've stolen money from people before and spent it as their own, and and gotten away with it so far. And sometimes that might have meant unaliving someone in some cases. I'm getting that in a lot of cases they didn't have to do that because like they just took the money and it was fine. But they have had to end someone in order to get it before. And they're not above doing that again. And in fact, I'm getting that because, I don't know, it's like they thought that they would get this thing with you done a lot sooner and in a much different way. But like all of those plans failed because like God helped you because you're helping God. And so now it's like this energy of a last resort. I'm getting that like at first, like these people thought that they could, break you down and like get you into such a state that you would like take care of this for them, like unalive yourself. Or I'm getting that some like substances may have been involved, that they may have like attempted to get you to like OD, so that would like take care of itself and make you like look colored, but it's like they were the whole reason that you were like even in this, of like that was part of God's ruse was to make it look like that would work. And then when it didn't, it's like they've tried to get like around this scenario without the unaliving of you part. But it hasn't been working. And I'm getting that like something about the lies that they told to like official people. Like they actually might have said that you were already dead and that's how they got this money, or was like able to like access like an account in your name or something, or something along those lines. And so it's like now they feel this like this onus to like make that real or like prove that. It's like they feel like that's the only way that they're going to be able to like make this whole thing work. But like I said, they're not going to get away with it because you know what they're up to and you're getting justice. This about spring here, that's a significant time regarding this justice being served in some way, whether that's when you get the full picture or whether you get the full picture before that, and that's when some sort of resolution comes about like getting your money or assets back, or like these people being like on trial or whatever. However, the resolution plays out. January is significant too. January, yeah. January is when you're going to find out the truth. Yeah, I said something about a smear campaign earlier. It says they wanted to destroy your reputation and told lies. I'm also hearing like whatever things that you've had to do in this situation to progress in like following what God asks of you, like your reputation is protected. Like repetition. They're gonna try to, with this like new attempt, it's like they're gonna try to like send out a new wave of lies, but all of that is going to it's not gonna work. Like someone else already sees through this, like on like an official, like on the official side of things, like you're not the only one who's aware of the kinds of things that these people have been up to. I mean, they've actually been watched for quite a while. That this is kind of a big case, high profile, like the type of thing that you may end up seeing on the news at some point. Now, I think January is relevant because like that's when you're going to be receiving some sort of like official communication that hasn't been making its way to you. Like, I don't know, like someone could have been like stealing your mail or like rerouting your mail. Like if one of these little like satellite minions was like a friend that they knew that like worked at the post office, that they sort of like got on their side or like bribed to do that. That like something is happening in January, like you're going to get some sort of communication, whether like something happens and like mail makes its way through. Like, I don't know, maybe the postal worker could have been having some misgivings or gotten caught doing something with the mail that they shouldn't have. But regardless, like communication that you haven't been receiving like an official capacity is going to be making its way to you. Like whether that's like whether like someone has to like literally show up at your door to bring it to you, to make sure it gets to you. And then like something's going to come of that communication in the spring. This handler was like really, really, really heavy on the love bombing aspect of things when like during your first encounter. And it's like they've gone through cycles, like the whole time that you've been dealing with this person is like they came on like really like abnormally strong at first and then kind of like dropped off. Like I don't know. It's like they let the mask down. They weren't doing all of the same things like that they were at the beginning, like 8 months into the connection, or, give or take. It's like they kept it up for a while to give the impression that it was going to like be an all the time like experience with this person, that they just like felt that strongly about you, that that strength would continue. But then it didn't. Like you started seeing the holes in this the holes in this person's heart, the holes in their explanations, the insincerity in their apologies when they would do sort of turn not nice, let's say. But it's like any time that like you would act like that you got fed up with this person and like their behavior, it would be right back to the sort of like love bombing phase. Like trying to gaslight you into thinking that like you were just imagining like this change within them. When like, it's the difference between day and night. It's the difference between Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like, it's how would you not notice? Like, yeah, clarity is on the way. Let me get one more. Someone hasn't changed at all. Okay. This handler, it's someone you already knew. Like, that may have been why they felt like that, like, you would be a good target for this. Because they're remembering, like, the you that they knew from before. And, like, maybe you were in a different phase in your growth. And, your connection with God was different back then. It's like you hadn't grown into the space that you're in presently. And so, since you knew this person, it's like that helped them with like the excessive love bombing at the beginning. But it's like you've changed, you've grown, you've transformed over the period of time since you knew them before. But this person hasn't changed at all. Like, I'm getting that's someone that you had previously been in a relationship with, like given a second chance. And like they may like tell you that they've changed, but they haven't. They haven't. Like the exact same things that bothered you about them before are like the same that bother you now. And it's like, in fact, if they have changed at all, like things have gotten worse in that respect. Like they're more debased, more like disgustingly immoral than they previously had been, or maybe appeared to be. Maybe they were equally disgustingly immoral back then too, and you just didn't see it then because you did change. You did grow into something else. This hidden enemy, I forgot to touch on that. In some respects, like this handler was trying to be a hidden enemy, like smiling in your face and like gaslighting you and love bombing and like acting like everything's okay and great, whatever between you, except for in the moments where it's convenient for them to devalue you. But that enemy hasn't really been hidden from you. You saw right through this person the moment that they walked into your life again. You knew that they had ill intent. But something about one of these other people, like their identity is currently hidden from you. But it will not be for much longer. All right. That's enough for now. Hope this helps.